I am going to read now a transcript of a Marc Hammer channeling. It's called a Jeshua channeling, and this was conducted at the Way of the Heart Festival in the UK. And where I found this, there's a recording, but the recording is not real easily heard, so I'm going to read it because there's a transcript of exactly what it was that was being said in this channeling. And so now I begin. Now we begin. And indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. I come forth to abide with you in this manner and in this way for a specific reason, which will become clear as we continue. But rest assured, I'm not apart from you in any moment, wherever you are. The only thing that can separate you from me is your choice to think a thought unlike love. I am your brother and your friend, and I look upon you and I see only myself. I see only that which the Father has given birth unto, like the Father gave birth to me, and for the very same purpose. I come forth then to abide with you through this body-mind of my beloved brother, who once again has allowed me to use it for a short while. I come forth to abide with you, that certain words would be recorded. They shall come to be important in the passage of time. It is not by accident, then, that you are here. Rest assured, you have not come on a whim. Interesting word you have, whim. You have come because we have asked you to be here. And when I speak of we, I speak of myself. I speak of my brother Germaine. I speak of those who would call her such as my mother, Mary, my beloved friend, heart sister, lover of mine, friend, teacher, Mary Magdalene, and all beings who comprise that of those beings engaged in this great work of the atonement of mankind. Rest assured, I am in charge of the atonement. We have called to each and every one of you, individually, in the depth of your prayers and your meditation, and in the silence between your thoughts, and asked you to come to this room, to this hour, to this time. Take a look around through your physical eyes, and let them see the physical bodies of your brothers and sisters. For well do we say unto you, there is no one in this room who is just meeting for the first time. There is no one in this room that has not participated in other time frames of the world's other dimensions. But specifically, we speak of lifetimes in this world of yours that have not already been connected to this lineage. This is why, for many of you, when you become aware of this lineage in any of its various forms, you felt as though you had come home. Know you the feeling. How can it feel like home if you don't already know it? So rest assured, as you look around this circle, everyone is here by specific invitation. Everyone has agreed to be here, and I come forth in this hour because I ask of you, I implore of you, drop the curtain of doubt. You are part of an ancient family. A family is made of friends who have chosen to incarnate, to take on the dream of separation in order to go through the alchemy of healing that dream in your own being, thus to do the same thing that I did, that Germaine has done, that we have all done before. You have entered into this form to forget God, to feel the weight of unworthiness, to know the weight of doubt, to take on the burden of guilt and shame and smallness, to be distracted by the things of the world so that you know and understand the burden that has trapped your brothers and your sisters. Let me say this again. You, each and every one of you, are not here because you failed on this planet. It is time for you to come to understand that it is your compassion and it is the love of the Christ you are that called you to this planet in the first place. You have taken on sins of the world, the dream of separation, to know and understand the frequencies that bind this planet, that bind humanity, so that it can be set free. Perhaps it is seen like the school that you entered lasted a bit too long, but this is not possible. We have invited you here to come together, to heal together, to celebrate together, to feel the resonance. And please don't pretend that you didn't notice the resonance of this group in your first gathering. You all know each other. All of you know at the level of soul that it has not been by accident that you have incarnated into this time frame, into the family structure that you find yourself in. And as you have come together, though you seem to think that you are looking at bodies and perhaps are distracted by the thoughts of the lesser self, the deep soul has felt the resonance that has reminded you of what you know. And is this not true? So you see, like attracts like. We have invited you to activate this sleeping memory. No, it hasn't been asleep in all of you. Some of you have awakened to this great truth, but some of you have been sleeping a bit. You've heard it whispered to you. You've touched it. But now, in the presence of your brothers and sisters, can you any longer doubt what you know? You have taken on the sins of the world in order to demonstrate that you know how to heal it. There is no other purpose. You are part of a grand orchestration that began a long time ago. It was decided not by someone apart from you, but in conjunction with you, that you would incarnate into this time frame of the world just as it is, and you would complete your journey through the various frequencies of guilt, shame, smallness, separation, in order to know their pain so profoundly that as you allow healing to come, no one who will be sent to you will be able to mistake the truth that love is. Now, let's come back to that statement again, that no one who will be sent to you, hint, hint, there is not one among you who from this hour is not quickened into taking on more and more of what you might call in your language the role of the teacher or of the healer. There will be many forms to that. The form is secondary to the substance. But rest assured, when you leave this gathering weekend, they call it in this country a bank holiday, rest assured, from our perspective, we do not see any bank taking a break from wanting your money. They work what you call the around the clock. However, when the bank returns from its holiday, what you call holidays over, rest assured that when you leave this very beautiful and sacred place, it is sacred not because of the place, but because of what you bring to it. You are that which creates the sacred vortex. You are that which creates the temple. When you leave this place, remind yourself as you drive out of the driveway or walk or fly or whatever you do, that you know that you go forth not as one who is seeking, but as one who knows. They are indeed part of the ancient lineage that set about a very long time ago the plan of the atonement to infuse this plane with so much light that every vestige of fear shall become vanished, that every trace of guilt will become an extraordinary faint memory of something that seems to have occurred long ago, that every brother and sister, every spark of light or soul that is but part of you shall be restored in your holy presence. And rest assured that we say this unto you with great forthrightness You look upon us as great masters. But please understand in this hour, no, we look upon you as great masters. For you are the ones whose compassion has chosen once again full incarnation in the body and in the world. And there are some of us who are quite glad that it is you and not us. We say this unto you, a bit tongue and cheek. However, we don't have either of those. You do. The love that it takes to remember love, to breathe love, to extend love, to offer forgiveness, the vigilance, the inner discipline, if you will, that this requires of you is far greater than it requires of us. We ask you then in this hour to come to see that you are the great masters. You are the ones we come to serve. We come to help you do the work that you have chosen. For some of you, this may be a slight reversal of how you think. Rest assured, it is but necessary for us to come as your friends and brothers, to let you see us as great masters, because you are at some stage of taking on the sins of the world, experiencing yourselves as small and lost and incapable. So yes, we have appeared and brought forth great light, and uplifted you and brought miracles to bear. We have not forgotten the master plan. To each and every one of you, we have come to you precisely in the moment decreed by you before you took birth in this life, and not a moment before. Tonight marks a great turning then. The great question will remain, will you allow the turning to complete itself in you? Some audience says yes. Good. Then how then to allow this great turning? This turning of the age, by the way, in which you come to see. And by the way, this does not make you special. It makes you the fulfillment of the servant of God, and you are the servants extraordinary. You are the ones that experience a dimension in which you simply walk down the street and you are bombarded by the frequencies of pain, frequencies of guilt, the vibrations of heaviness and doubt. Know you these feelings? You go to what you call the coffee shop, and you suddenly feel the heaviness in your auric field. You don't know where it came from. It's in the air. You are the ones who have chosen to incarnate in a physical form that shares the vibrational field of all of humanity. This means that where the body is that you once mistakenly called me or I is ceaselessly and constantly enmeshed, if you will, engaged in the vibrational frequencies of all of humanity. Humanity lives in every cell of your body. Take a breath, for well did I notice the thought in a few of you, this sounds like a burden. It's not a burden. It is a blessing. Thank God humanity is in the nucleus of every cell of your body. You don't have to tell me where. Do you need to travel to the ends of the earth to help heal humanity? Well, your body may travel to the ends of the earth if the Father sends you, but the point we want you to understand, to take deeply into your being, to know profoundly that every single moment you can breathe light into humanity, to every being and every body and every man and every woman and every child. They live in you. How precious that is every moment, to be right where you are, to recognize that your body encompasses and carries the life of every being and every physical form, everybody that has come to take on certain vibrational patterns, and that has come to take on, and there are certain beings that haven't got a clue how to breathe light into the nucleus of their cells. You can do it for them. And rest assured, when you simply remember the truth of who you are and why you have come, and breathe that light and those frequencies, and you allow us, and you call to us to join with you in any given moment, you don't have to go to a temple. You don't need to sit on a meditation cushion. You can go to your coffee shop for a whole new reason. Wherever you are, now is the time. The turning of the age is upon us. Haven't you been waiting, looking forward? Well, forward is now here.